Craig Groeschel is the founder and senior pastor of Life Church, an innovative church meeting in multiple U.S. locations and globally online. Known for its missional approach utilizing the latest technology, Life Church is the creator of the YouVersion Bible app, downloaded in every country worldwide. Groeschel was named in the top 10 U.S. CEOs for small and mid-sized companies by Glassdoor. Traveling the world as a champion of the Global Leadership Summit, Craig Groeschel advocates to grow leaders in every sector of society. He speaks frequently around the world and hosts the Craig Groeschel Leadership Podcast, the most listened to leadership podcast in the world. Craig is a New York Times best-selling author, and his latest book is Dangerous Prayers. Please welcome Summit champion Craig Groeschel.
Well, from computer screens or host sites around the world, it's my honor to welcome you to the annual Global Leadership Summit, where for a quarter of a century, we've gathered with hundreds of thousands of leaders from around the world with one consuming passion to become better leaders, because we know that everyone wins when the leader gets better. In fact, right now we're broadcasting to cities around the world, from cities around the world, and this opening session is coming to you from a host site at Life Church, my home church in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. So whether you're gathered together watching on a screen or you're alone at your home office, maybe you're in a living room or you're gathered together with your team at a host site like we are at this one, we're all gathered together because we know leadership always matters. And I think you'd agree, like never before, our world needs humble, confident, bold, and integrity-infused leadership. We know, unfortunately, that almost everyone alive today is feeling the overwhelming impact of the global pandemic, the ongoing racial injustices, the political tensions, and the ever-present economic challenges. But many of us feel it unlike others because we feel the indescribable weight and burden of leadership. Our world is reeling in pain, emotionally exhausted, and desperate for leaders like you to step in and step up and lead like never before. We know that leading is never easy, but leadership is always important. Now, some of you might be attending or watching and saying, but I'm not really a leader. I mean, I can't really make a difference. I don't have a title. I don't have a leadership position. So let's clearly define what leadership is. What is leadership? At its core, leadership is influence. It's never about title or position. It's always about trust and influence. So if you're a manager or a teacher or a receptionist, or even if you have a social media account, you have influence. If you're brand new to a job, or you're leading a shift, or you're serving in a church, or you're even serving time, you have influence. If you're a parent and have children, you have influence. Unless maybe you have teenagers, and the good news is you will have influence again in the future. With all my heart, I believe your leadership matters. And that's why I'm so personally passionate about the Global Leadership Summit, because when I was in my mid-20s, I attended my very first Global Leadership Summit, and I recognized that I wasn't just a pastor, but I was a person with influence. I could become a leader. In fact, I was a leader. My prayer for you is that you will have a similar moment. It could be a significant, life-altering, paradigm-shifting moment at this year's Global Leadership Summit.